first thing that I wanted... Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be telling you my experience of how it went at camp. If you didn't watch my last video, which was a back to school natural makeup tutorial, I said that I was going away for camp for a week and I was gonna tell you my experience, put some clips. It was gonna be like a vlog type style but still a main channel video, and this is what this video is gonna be. So I'm super excited to tell you my experience. I had so much fun. I really wish I could go back in time and just go back to camp because it was so much fun, and this video might be me hyping up camp too much, but I'm telling you, this was the best time of my life. It was the highlight of my life, and I wanted to show you how well it went and the cool stuff that happened when you do not have your phone for a whole week long. So if you want to see this vlog type style, this video experience, you just have to continue watching and find out how much fun I had. The first thing I wanted to say before I started off the video and telling you everything about camp is that this is no way sponsored by the people that I was at camp with. I just wanted to tell you my experience and how fun it could be without being your phone. So that's just a little disclaimer out for you guys before you think that I'm being sponsored. They're paying me just to tell you all about camp, which is not true. The first day there was so great. We got a welcome, we got to run down. As you see in this clip, we're just like running down, we're high-fiving all the workers that are gonna be there. It was so much fun, and after we greeted the people, we went back to get our luggage so that way we could go to like the dorm rooms, as you would call it, more like the cabin, just set up. They had bunk beds in the room that you were staying in with how many people you had with you. There was bathrooms, there was showers, there was everything. You basically had your own space. They had like mini closets for you. And the first thing that I did was we all unpacked and we were trying to get ready because they said that we could go to the pool if we wanted to. But unfortunately, when we went, the pool was closed, so that was the biggest bummer that we had. But we were like arguing and bickering and having fun with our leader, which is a person that is in charge of the group of girls or the group of guys, because the guys and the girls were separated because they did not want no purple going on. Purple is when the guy and the girl are like, you know, I don't have to explain that to you. And then they don't want no hot pink. They didn't want no royal blue. You can kind of figure that out what that means. The girls have to be separated from the guys. So we all got our stuff together. We all put it away so that we won't have to do it later. And we don't have to be with our leader the whole time. We could just go out and leave her because basically we're all on our own. We could do whatever we want. The type of activities they had, water activities, they have some land activities. One of them that I saw was zip lining, and when you're going zip lining, when you're going down, you land in the water and it's super cool. You can hang around all by yourself. Since we got there more like late in the afternoon, usually throughout the 6 days, you get to have meals 3 times a day. Sometimes you wouldn't eat that and you'll just wait till the snack room where you could buy food there. There was a lounge for you to sit at, and they had games. So they had pool, air hockey, ping pong table. They just had a lot of activities there if you didn't want to go into the wet activities. Throughout this whole week, we were having a lot of competitions. Like, it was super crazy, and some of us would get upset, but overall we were being good sports. We just had the best time of our lives. The second day, we had our first competition. It was a volleyball tournament, as they called it. Dressed up as our own like characters. So my group was ninjas. In this clip, you could see us all running. You could probably see me too. Like, throughout this whole video and all the clips that I'm showing you about camp, you can barely see me. It's like spot the melody. But I want you to comment down below how many times you see me in the clips. After that, one of the main things that we had throughout the day was club time, and club time is where we get to praise God, which is listening to music. It doesn't even have to be like gospel music or church music. We listen to like music of today, like pop music, and we will all sing. And you can see all these clips here that we're just having the best time of our lives. I lost my voice for a good week. After I came back, it took like 2 or 3 days for my voice to come back. I would be yelling and yelling, and then when people would make fun of me for losing my voice, I would yell at them even more and they would laugh. It was just so much fun. I'm just a little side note, I'm gonna be saying fun a lot in this video. I'm trying to think of more things to say, besides fun. But people were telling me, that's how you know you had so much fun, you lost your voice. I was like, yeah, but I want my voice back. It would be nice to have that back too. We had this speaker during club time that would speak for like an hour or like close to an hour. We would speak about God. He also mentioned how image is everything. I will leave a link down below. One of the last videos he put for us for our week, because we were the last week. If you weren't there, he would tell you some of the things that we were talking about, and one of the main points we were talking about was how image is everything and our relationship with God, and he just talked about a lot of stuff that kind of hit me kind of hard, and I'm glad that he talked about most of those things. Things that he was saying was so moving, and it kind of stuck in my head, and probably for many of the people that were at camp, it probably stuck in their heads too. And during club time as well, we would have skits. The skits would be hilarious. And one of these clips right now, there's a skit of where there's a person sits next to this guy. If you were like itching, he would itch, and then you wouldn't have the itch anymore and he will have it. Towards the last person who was coming out, the girl was pregnant and he was like, oh heck no, just runs out. But it was so funny. I don't understand what the message was about it, but it was really funny and I liked it. A couple of the nights throughout all the 6 days, that there was so much fun. So one of these nights was glow in the dark night, and it was so cool because after club time they would tell us, oh, you could report back to your cabin to have cabin time. Cabin time is where you'll sit with the girls or the guys in your group and you'll talk about what you've learned, what you just learned in club time. You can share personal experiences, but whatever you talked about in cabin time stayed in cabin time. You will have some deep talks, and some of the things that you would say, you wouldn't say to any regular person. So it's crazy how throughout the whole week you create this bond that I love so much, and I spoke about that in my makeup tutorial, how I said that throughout this whole week you create a bond with somebody that you don't know, but you get so close to that you never thought that you would. Maybe you don't even have that type of bond with your family, but you got to create it with somebody else. You got to create it with the leaders. You got to create it with some of the workers there. It was so amazing. Glowing the dark night after club time, we went. It was so dark. Dancing the whole time, you were just having fun, having a great time. I loved it. I told my friend that was there, his name is Ricardo. I really hope he's watching this video. If not, I told him that he's gonna have to carry me because like everybody was jumping and sometimes you wouldn't see. I swear, I feel like I should have a count of how many times I said fun. There was more competitions. I'm telling you, this whole week it was about competitions, creating a bond, being a team. Everybody was friends. They were never boring. They were so like entertaining. Even if you lost, you would still be a great sport. Even the people that you were playing against, if they won over you, you would still be happy about it. You cheered other people on. You basically, the whole thing was you were never bringing somebody down. To cheer other people on. If they messed up, bring them up higher. Never to bring them down, never to self-esteem down, because that's not what the camp was all about. This whole camp is a Christian-based organization. Toward the end of the competitions, we had this run where we were throwing water balloon, flour. You could see that somebody was holding a GoPro. This is my second favorite night. It was Western night, and basically it was more challenges. Dunk and pie your leaders. There was ring toss. They had those little things that you have to smash the hammer and then it has to hit the bell. I don't know what those things are called. Teaching us how to square dance, and it was so complicated. I don't know what type of dance was it, but it wasn't really square dancing, but it was at the same time. The girls had to get in a circle and the guys had to get in a bigger circle, and we had to dance around. As soon as the music stopped, you had to face the guy or the girl in front of you and you had to dance with them. I had this weird encounter with this guy, so he was just like dancing with me. He was trying to start conversation. I would see him everywhere and he'd be like, oh my god, it's you, look at you, I haven't seen you in so long, are you gonna remember me by, because I will remember you. And I'm like, dude, you're being a little creepy. And like all the girls was like, okay Melody, I see. I'm like, no, he's really creeping me out. Each day you would have something new to do, something exciting to do, or you would have multiple things in one day. And one of the things that we had was water games, I would like to call it. You got to do belly flops. There was synchronized swimming. You had to make up a dance or something. Blinded canoeing, 2 people. Canoeing is with 3 people, or you can have it with 2. 2 people on the front and back, which is the most important part of the canoe that you need to be aware of. We're blinded, and the person in the middle had to tell you where you're going. Tug of war with 2 different teams, and there was this big, thick weird hard rope. I actually have a bruise. I had so many bruises at camp and it was just crazy. We were building sand castles, but not castles. You got to build whatever you wanted to. Paddle jousting that you were on paddle boards and you had to joust with them. And my favorite all-time night throughout that whole week was 80s night. I was super excited for 80s night. It was so much, I just loved it. That was my favorite part. I want to relive that night. It was so cool. I dressed up an 8-year-old stealing her mom's makeup and her mom's clothing because I had like giant hoop earrings. There's a picture right here of me. Hair was like wavy like in the 80s, and I had crunchy from like the 80s as well. I had a side pony. I had like a little bit of makeup. Looked like I was a daughter stealing her mom's makeup and clothing. I had this shirt that I had since like the 5th grade, neon yellow shirt. It had my name, and on the back it said the 1980s puffy paint. And in the beginning when they told us that 80s night, they did the mannequin challenge where everybody was in 80s clothes. Those were all the workers, and it was so funny because we were like, what the heck are they doing? This little party, and it was also like dark and glowing in the dark or whatever, and we were all dancing. We had some early 20s 90s bops. I love it. I'm getting so excited and I miss it so much. I'm about to cry. Just wanted to tell you about all the activities that they had. Tarzan rope, that's what we call it. Paddleboarding, tubing, water skiing, kayaking. I love kayaking. My arms were so sore the day after every time that I would do that. Zip lining, had rock climbing, this weird dangerous swing. Did all the way up to like the tallest tree, and then all you hear is a clink, and then the whole freaking bar, you would go swinging, and it was, I said I would never have the cojones, which if you don't know what that means balls, to do all this dangerous stuff. It was crazy. We had a rope course, and I have like pictures and videos of me doing the rope course. Rope course was self-transportment. I think that's a word, transportment? Probably. You had to ask for permission to move the clips over. When you were done, you had to jump like from 100 feet. It was a jumpy string, and you had to jump down, and then after you jumped down, you were on the ground. But you were doing that all by yourself, and my heart was beating so much. I did not want to regret anything leaving that camp. Then they had other activities where it was like this long trunk of a tree, and they had metal steps on them, and you had to climb all of that and then step on the top, jump on this bar as if you were an acrobat, and then jump down after that. And it wasn't even a machine holding you, it was a person holding you. So that was like the worst part. I didn't get to do that because apparently I was too small. Gear wouldn't fit my legs and wouldn't strap in tight for me. Mountain biking. And there's a little story to me mountain biking. So like, you would think that mountain biking was as easy as you going down the street on your little bike. No, totally wrong, totally underestimated mountain biking. The last course where there was 3 lanes. There was an easy lane, there was an easy to medium lane, and there was the hardest lane. You know what? Melody wanted to be dangerous and like a daredevil and try to go through the middle one. And I went there and I couldn't really hold control. The brake pedals, you couldn't really slam on them because if not, you would go flying forward. So they said to like feather each time that you think you're going too fast. So I couldn't control myself, and I literally slammed on the floor. The floor became my best friend. I ate the dirt and I had rocks in my teeth. This happened so fast, and I just say, oh yeah, the dirt became my best friend, the ground became my best friend, and I had rocks in my teeth. I ate it. You know what? The ground doesn't taste good. And they're like, what do you think it tasted like? I was like, maybe chocolate. And they started laughing at me. Scars right here, that's where I had it. I had like more scars here, had it on my knee. Apparently, like, this is TMI, but I had some scars on my boob, and that made no sense. Didn't even notice I was bleeding until one of the people that was helping us mountain biking was like, oh, you're bleeding. I was like, oh, really? I wouldn't have never noticed. So then they had to patch me up. But the bouncy houses were kind of fun. There's only one issue, that since it was on the grass and there was there's dirt in the grass area, you know. You were wetting the ground, so like there would be mud sometimes on the slides, but some people didn't even care about that. Bought some stuff at YoungLife. They had a gift shop. They had a gift shop. And the most expensive thing I bought was this water bottle. I've been dying to get these types of water bottles where you would just put something in it and it keeps it either hot or cold for a very long time. So this was $24.99, so basically $25, but then the taxes, it came out to almost $26. I'm in love with this water bottle. I've always wanted these water bottles, but they were always expensive. I would always try to get them at Urban Outfitters and it was like $30. $40, and I was like, I don't got money for that, so I'm not wasting $30 or $40. You could keep cold drinks up to 24 hours and hot drinks for 12 hours. I put water in here last night. Let's see. Yep, still cold. So I got that, and this is like my favorite thing ever, and I'm so super excited to use this. I already started using this. My sister bought me this sweatshirt. Wait, it's backwards. And it just says Lake Champion, that's where we were at, and then it just has YoungLife. This is a small, it's purple. I think this was $25, I'm not sure. Yeah, it was probably around like $26 as well, because it's $24.99. And then on the back of it, it says the same thing as in the front. It says Lake Champion. Super excited to use this for the winter because I love sweaters and hoodies and sweatshirts. So I'm super excited to use this, and I haven't worn it yet. It still has a tag and everything. Each group that you came in with to YoungLife, you got a shirt. Even if you don't get a shirt, I mean, that's up to the leader and the director of the group. So as we are Washington Heights, and most of us like Washington Heights, like where you could see the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans, and like, but Washington Heights is like a melting pot where there's like a whole bunch of different cultures here. It's not mostly Hispanics, but the group's name is La Familia. So we have this blue shirt. It just says YoungLife. That's basically like the Washington Heights for you there. I don't know, it's supposed to how the area will look. And then it just says La Familia. Last little item that I got was this YoungLife ring. It just says, it's like a silicone rubbery ring, and it just says YoungLife as the logo and everything. And if I lose this, I will literally cry, because this is like the smallest thing that I can carry around and not have to wear. Well, you do have to wear a ring, but I will be so sad if I lost this. And I also wanted to add all the pictures and videos that weren't part of the YoungLife website.
Melody, how do you feel?
A little
crazy.
Yeah, you should be.
You're ruining her YouTube video.
Yeah, be quiet, Carla.
You can hang out with me whenever you go up.
Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Melody!
Second check. Full check. Safety check. Left's clear.
Let's go, Melody! Woo! Give me up! Yeah!
Yes. And how do you feel? Tell the audience. How do you feel?
My heart is racing.
Okay, good job.
Good job, Melody. How was that?
Melody?
Go. I'm cold.
Do you want to say anything before you go?
I'm cold.
Okay.
I can go. I will link their website down below, and you can check out all the other groups. It's not just Lake Champion like upstate. You can go look at the website yourself. It's scrapbook.younglife.org, I think. I'll just have it down below for you guys. And I wanted to give a special thanks to my sister for signing me up this year, because the last time I went was 3 to 4 years ago, and that was just a Wildlife, which is for the younger kids. This was YoungLife for like high school kids, and this is the first time I was going with the high school group. So I wanted to thank her because she did pay the money for me to go there, and she was there with me too. If you see in one of the clips a small little girl with curly hair that looks like me, that is my sister. And I also wanted to give a special thanks to Alberto, the director, that got us the shirts. I really hope you do check out YoungLife. YoungLife camp was the highlight of my summer. I got to make new friends, some friends that I kind of annoyed, like Ricardo. I'm sorry, Ricardo, because I made him piggyback ride me like, everywhere. And some of the girls, I got to see my cousin dangerous activities that I would never do and think to do in my lifetime. So basically, when you're a young life, you either take risks or you leave with regret. And I did not want to leave with regret. So this video is kind of long enough, so I just wanted to wrap up this video and tell you, you should really check out YoungLife. Check all the links down below. Check out the website. You can look at the videos yourself. I kind of had to mute some of the music and cut up some of the clips so that way I don't get copyrighted, because I'm not trying to get copyrighted for the second time. But that can be another story for another time. I'm telling you that even from my personal experience, I can even get a whole bunch of other people telling you that it was the best time they had. I guess that's everything I wanted to say. I hope that maybe next year, next summer, when I go again, hopefully, God, let me go again, because I had the best time of my life. Maybe by that time I will have a GoPro, some professional cameras and setups and everything, that I will be able to get my own footage instead of using their footage. But okay, that is everything that I had to say. And yeah. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long. I really hope I can shorten it. I want you to check out all the links. Follow me on all my social media. Like this video, subscribe, do everything. And my motto is be silly, like I'm always silly in these videos. Show who you really are and never be ashamed of it. I'll see you next Sunday with a new video. Bye!